What's going on, my people? What's going on? This is your boy, Authentic Branch, and I am back with another episode for you today on I'm So Authentic podcast, episode 2. Yes, we are on episode 2. And boy, oh boy, do I have some stuff to tell y'all. Today, I want to share with y'all something personal that I've been going through for a while. But I want to explain to you exactly what it is that I'm going through, how it's affecting me, and how other people view, what I have going on. It's a whole smorgasbord of things. So lock in with your boy. I'm gonna go through everything and hopefully that I don't lose you. But here we go. So I have been dealing with an invisible illness. And what I mean by invisible illness means that I'm having symptoms of something going on, but I don't know exactly what to call it. So let me give you an example of what I've been going through. So for the past 2 years or more, I've been experiencing chronic fatigue. I've been experiencing muscle weakness, muscle stiffness, dizziness, heart palpitations, to name a few of the major ones. And to some, it may, sound like it's heart related because having palpitations. Some, it could be dehydration, stress, or any of that, because we all have those similar symptoms for various reasons, and kind of that's what I thought too. I thought it couldn't be major. It could be just I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm pushing myself too much, I'm trying to do too much. And that was my mindset for a while, that I was just doing too much. At that time where I was feeling these symptoms a couple of years ago, I was running my business, Authentic Solutions. I was doing detailing. And anybody who know me, they know I'm passionate about detailing, and I go in when I detail. I take I take pride in what I do, and I make sure that I do a good job. So, of course, anybody who know anything about automotive detailing, it is a lot of work. It is a lot of getting in awkward, positions to clean things, especially when you're doing interior. But it's a part of the process, definitely a part of the job. So at one point, I was doing it and I was fine, and then I work maybe 8-10 hours detailing. Of course I come home tired because I'm hot, but normally get myself some to drink, stay hydrated, give me something to eat, take me a shower, and I'm good, just relax. But I started noticing that it was hard for me to relax, and when I did, it was almost like a crash. So, I would have like these, my whole body would be aching, and I'm laying in the bed. So my body is aching as if someone had just literally just beat me from head to toe, and I couldn't move. And I was telling my wife about it, and of course she was, saying the same thing I was saying. Hey, maybe we need to, cut back on detailing, or, based on, base your, how you feel on the jobs that you take. And I took that into consideration as well too. But what alarmed me was when I got up, I'll get up some mornings and I'll have jobs lined up, and I have to call my clients and ask them, can I come later or can I come another day? Because I wasn't feeling up to it. I could barely walk. I could barely move, out of my bed and walk to the couch. Like, it hurt to walk. And of course, I just chalked it up to, hey, I just had a busy day. Mind you, I had clients that I was doing individually. I had a fleet contract where I was detailing over 30 cars on a 2-week basis, going to 2 different locations. So I stayed busy on top of working a full-time job, on top of being a father of twins and all the things, being married, and being married, having a family and all that stuff, just the life things. And so I'm juggling all this stuff. So I'm just chalking it up to, hey, I got a lot on me. It wasn't till I lost my grandmother. I lost my grandmother on my birthday, July 25th of 2023. And it crushed me. I mean, it shattered me into a million pieces. My grandmother was my everything. And anybody who know me know I was a straight grandma's boy. I did everything with my grandmother, and so losing her, like anybody, grief will, have a toll on you and whatnot. But I've experienced grief before, and it was one of those things that, I bounced back, but this time I couldn't. And so a month or so went by after he passed. We, laid her to rest and all that, and I'm just trying to, get back to trying to adapt to this new sense of normalcy without her. And I just kept feeling myself like something's not right. I'm not bouncing back. My energy's off. I'm aching more than ever, and I'm not doing, a lot. So I just decided, I said, hey, I'm going to the doctor. I got to figure this out because this is outside my norm, and I got to figure it out. So started going to the doctor in September of 23, and they, of course, doing a bunch of tests, and they asked me about my thyroid. Now, to give you a backstory about that without jumping too much, I was notified that during the pandemic, that my thyroid had goiters on it, which means goiters are these big, huge, they look like huge knots. And I had goiters on my thyroid on both sides, and they were growing. And so I had it tested, and it wasn't cancerous, so that was a good thing. But, due to the pandemic, my girls were born in the pandemic, I just put me on the back burner. I didn't even think about me anymore because I'm a new father. And so going back into that, we basically picked back up from the thyroid issue from 2020. And we started going down that road. And what they told me was, hey, your thyroid is enlarged. It has, the goiters have gotten bigger. You may have to have surgery to remove it, but once you remove them, everything should go back to normal, because this right here is the reason why you're experiencing the muscle weakness and the fatigue and all that stuff. And I was like, okay. So after doing months of testing and diagnosis and all that stuff, I found out that I have what they call Hashimoto's disease, which Hashimoto's is a thyroid disease. You have two levels. You have hyper and you have hypo. Hypo being low, hyper being high. So my thyroid level was hypo, which was low, meaning that my body wasn't producing enough thyroid hormone to function. And if you don't know anything about your thyroid is a small butterfly gland in the base of your throat, right above your Adam's apple, or right behind your Adam's apple. And it controls a lot. It controls your metabolism. It controls the rhythm of your heartbeat. I mean, it's just like a processor. It controls a lot. So when you're not getting enough thyroid hormones produced throughout your body in this cycle, then your body is like, hey, your organs have to work overtime. Your body's like, hey, something's not right. I have to balance myself out. So you go into that fight or flight mode. And so mine wasn't producing enough because of the goiter. So basically my immune system was attacking my body. And it was attacking my thyroid, thinking, hey, you're a virus instead of an organ. And so, of course, that caused the problems and all that stuff. So just to give you a little back history on that. So I get diagnosed in November. I have Hashimoto's. Okay, what does that look like? So they started putting me on medication for that to kind of help with the symptoms and whatnot, which it didn't. So they were like, hey, we're sending you to a specialist, to a surgeon, to get another observation and whatnot. You may have to have surgery. And like surgery is like a definite thing now. Like I can't do anything to shrink it. You gotta have surgery. But they sent me to this surgeon for a second opinion to kind of get my thoughts of what does that look like. So my wife and I went in February, went to the surgeon, and he said, hey, due to the size of your thyroid, yes, we're gonna have to have it removed. He explained to me the process and all that stuff, and put me on the schedule to have surgery. So I said, all right, if this is gonna make me better, get me back to my sense of normalcy so I can get back to doing what I'm doing, then fine. So the appointment was the scheduled surgery was set for it was originally set for June. And so I'm getting everything prepared for work and all that stuff. And mind you, I'm still working, but I'm not doing the business anymore because I didn't have the strength to do it. I just couldn't juggle both of them. It got that bad. And so with my job, missing days and trying to make sure that I stay within policy with, my leave time and all that stuff, it was a total headache. But I received a call. It was end of March, early April. And they said, hey, we have a schedule. We have an update. We have availability to do your schedule, to your surgery, April 24th. Would you like to take it? Yeah, absolutely. I need it. Let's do it. And so it went quick. It went super fast after that. I accepted the appointment and going to different doctors to get tests done prior to and doing all the pre-op stuff. I mean, like I said, it happened super quick. But I was able to get things situated with work. They put me on leave. And I, went through that whole process. So fast forward a little bit. I go through the surgery. Surgery went out well. And I am, on this synthetic thyroid medicine, levothyroxine. I'm on this for the rest of my life now because I have no thyroid. So there's nothing in me that's producing a thyroid hormone. So I have to take the thyroid hormone every single day. And so I started taking it, and they said, hey, allow it to get in your system for like 6 weeks. You should start seeing changes. So I'm going to the doctor 6 weeks after that, check my levels. They weren't where they're supposed to be. Fast forward on, I stayed out of work 5 months after that. Symptoms are still the same after surgery, and I'm doing everything they're telling me to do. And everything is still the same. So September of 24, I ended up going back to work. Well, basically forced to go back to work, I say, because after telling my doctor that I still wasn't well and whatnot, she was just like, hey, you need to get back to work. You need to get back to a sense of normalcy. It'll be fine. Kind of like pacifying the idea. And I'm like, I don't like that. It just made me feel very uncomfortable that I'm coming to you for treatment and this is what you're telling me. I need to go back to work. So needless to say, I ended up switching doctors. I didn't like that. So I ended up switching doctors to get another opinion, but I ended up going back to work. I had no choice. And I continued to miss days because I continued to feel bad and I continued to feel worse at that. So time went on. I kept going back to the doctor, kept getting tested. Like I said, at that point, I've pretty much fired all the doctors that I did have before and switched to UNC's health system. So I have all UNC health doctors now. And, going through that whole, series of testing and whatnot. So they continue to dive deeper into it as my symptoms continue to get worse. Now, let me pause for a minute and kind of let you know what the symptoms felt like. Have you ever felt like you get up in the morning and you're feeling fine? You feel refreshed. You've had 8-9 hours of sleep or whatnot, and you're great. It's going to be a great day. You get dressed, go to work, start doing your thing. And instantly, your energy drops as if you've worked an entire day and you've only been to work an hour. That's how I feel. That's how I felt. And it was hard to explain, very hard to explain. So imagine that. Imagine going and doing a full body workout and you know how your body's ache because you're building muscle. But imagine going through that. Imagine going through that pain and your muscles are weak. Imagine picking up your phone and it feels like you picking up a brick. Everything was heavy. And it became a problem for me when I struggled to pick my girls up, and I have twins. It was a struggle. I knew something wasn't right. Because at one point, I can scoop both of them up, no problem. And so that's how it felt. That's how it feels because I'm still going through it. And, just the things that you used to do, go to work, clean up, just all the things that you enjoy. And you can't do it as much anymore because you're so exhausted, you're so tired, you're in pain. And that's how it felt. And so imagine working, trying to explain it to somebody. Imagine trying to explain it to your friends and your family, like what you have going on, and they categorize it as, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, I'm tired too. Oh, that sounds like you're being lazy. You just don't want to do it. That's an excuse. And it's not. It is extremely frustrating to go through what you're going through and have to explain to people who don't understand. It's extremely heartbreaking and frustrating. So I just wanted to put that in there so you can kind of get an idea of what I was going through and how it felt during that time. So to continue on, I went back to work, of course, and I kept having the same symptoms, and I had to deal with it. I had to work through it because the doctors weren't doing anything at that time. And so even by me going to new doctors, I'm new, so they had to run their test and figure out what. So by going to my new primary doctor and they're running their tests and doing all their due diligence, they start sending me out, referring me to different specialists so that I can be seen, so that they can further determine it. But if anybody know anything about these specialists, they're booked out months in advance. So imagine, your doctor telling you this in February and then you having to book out an appointment that's in June. So you still have to go months, going through these symptoms, going through all that frustration just to be seen 4 or 5 months later, by someone. I've went to the emergency room more times than I can count. They couldn't do anything. So, imagine that frustration. You're going to the emergency room because you're in pain. They running these tests and all the tests come back normal. Going to your doctor's offices and whatnot, they running their tests and everything comes back normal, but you don't feel normal. Something is wrong. And so that's frustrating in itself to say, hey, your blood pressure is great. This level is good. That level is good. I can't tell you what's wrong with you. That's a deflating thing for to hear that from a doctor, from a medical person that you went to hoping that they would give you some answers. So it's just, like I said, it's frustration on frustration on frustration. So going through all that, and like I said, going back and forth to doctors and specialists and all sorts of things. It's been a roller coaster the last 2 years. So I don't wish this on nobody. I honestly don't. I don't wish it on nobody. It's one of those things that, I would, if I had to pick something, I would probably pick stumping my toe, because I know at some point it's going to stop hurting. But this is something that I have to live with every single day, and not knowing what my levels are going to be, but trying my best not to complain about it, because one, there's nothing I can do about it, other than control what I do, my activities and all that stuff, so I don't overexert myself. But at the same time, you still have that nudge of, hey, I want to go out and do this. It feels great outside. I want to go out and wash my car. I want to go out and play with my children and whatnot, but I just don't have the energy to do it. And it's definitely frustrating. So I've been going through that for the last 2 years. So as to bring the story full circle, bring everything full circle, I got some results. I've taken 3 MRIs in the last month. I've taken so much blood sample testing, lab work and whatnot in the last 2 years than I've done in my life. And as a matter of fact, I have to go this afternoon and take some more. So Friday, I finally started getting answers. I actually got a name to what was going on. My doctor had gone through all my results and pretty much got everything that he needed to conclude that I have what they call myopathy. Myopathy is a muscle disease, and I don't know exactly what type of myopathy I have, because there are different variations of it, hence why I have to go back and do more lab work today to try to narrow it down. But yes, so he told me that that's what my diagnosis is on Friday, and it gave me such a sense of relief, because now, though it is invisible, because it's not a heart attack or a seizure and something that you can tell is happening, it's still, for me, it's still considered invisible, but now I know what to call it now. And it is such a relief, man, such a relief to know exactly what it is now, or at least, be closer to, finding out exactly what it is. So it felt like a big boulder just lifted off my shoulders, like a 2-year boulder has been lifted off my shoulders, because now I know what to call it now, instead of saying I don't know what it is. So, I'm learning through this process to just take the wins as they come, and that was a major win. That was a monumental win for me. But here's the thing. My neurologist has exhausted all of his, resources, expertise, and all that. So I am now being sent to a muscle specialist at UNC Chapel Hill to do further testing to see exactly what it is. And I'm assuming this is what this test is for today that I have to do, but it will further, explain exactly what type of myopathy I have, and we'll go through the treatment process, because a lot of the myopathies, they are not curable. They're treatable but not curable. And so I want to make sure that I am treating them correctly so that I can continue to do the things that I do. But like I said, it's been a long journey, and I'm just so happy to know what it is, to know exactly what it is, and to know that I'm not crazy. I know something was going on with me, and for me to continue to be an advocate for myself and fight, because I knew something wasn't right, regardless of who believed me, who didn't believe me, or anything. Like, I knew something was going on with me. And that's my biggest thing to you all. If you know something's not right with you, you're not feeling your best, or something's off, and you tell people, hey, I feel like something ain't right, and they start making light of the situation, look, go get checked. Go to your doctor and get checked, get tested for whatever, so that you can be on top of it, because you don't want to pacify it. I'm learning that, and I'm speaking to my own self with this too, because I didn't go to a doctor. I couldn't stand going to a doctor. My thing was, why am I paying you to tell you something I already know? That was my whole attitude. But I had to change that real quick, especially after I got married. I had to change it real quick, because I wasn't just living for me. I had a wife. I have a wife now. And especially now that I have my girls, like, I definitely have to make sure that I stay up on my health and make sure that everything's good. So I'm much more, focused and more conscious of what's going on with me, and being vocal about it more than ever. And that's what pushed me to come to you all today, to let you know, to tell you my story, and to hopefully encourage you to go do the same thing, to get checked, get tested, because things happen so quick. And what you don't want to do is find out that it was something small that became serious that you could have controlled, but you chose to brush it off, or chose to listen to other people, or try to self-diagnose yourself, and it made matters worse. So I definitely encourage everybody to go get checked for anything. If you're having a headache, if you're having more headaches than you normally would have, if you're having a cough that's lingering more than a couple days and you don't know where it's coming from, whatever it may be, go get checked. Go get checked by all means. If you take the over-the-counter medicine and it don't work, it's not helping your symptoms or whatnot, please go get checked, please. I can't stress that enough. I look at my girls, and it's one of those things that I don't take for granted. I leave the house, I can go out to my truck and go get something and come back, and my girls, Daddy, I thought you were gone. I didn't think you were coming back. And I'm like, I just went outside. But to them, I wasn't present. And if that's not enough to tug at your heart, then I don't know what is. When your children look for you, and when they look for you and they can't find you, regardless of what's going on, they freak out. You have to do something about that. Like, for us, especially us men, because we can be stubborn. We gotta, do better about, being center focused about our health, so that we can be around for our children, so that we can be around for our spouses, and, be there for us, show up for yourself. And, I just turned 40 in July. I got a lot more life to live, and I definitely want to live it. I got things that I want to do, have things that I want to be able to experience with my wife, with my girls, with all of us as a family. And I got to do my part. If I'm not doing maintenance on myself to keep myself up and falling apart and whatnot, then I will not enjoy life in the way that I want to enjoy it. So I encourage anybody out there that's hearing the sound of my voice, please get checked out. No matter what your age is, please get checked out. Don't try to, figure it out. Don't be stubborn and try to figure it out on your own, especially if it's been going on for a while. Please go get checked out. Like I said, I can't stress it enough. But that's all I got for y'all today. I just wanted to come and share my story with y'all and hope that it will encourage someone. Please take this as encouragement. Take this as insight. Something to just make you think. Because for me, had I not checked it, had I not went to the doctor to explore things could have been a lot worse. My thyroid, those goiters could have turned cancerous because I didn't check, that I couldn't do anything in time. And it had gotten to the point where my throat had gotten big. You can literally see the nodules and whatnot protruding out of protruding because my neck had got so big. It looked like I had an oversized Adam's apple. And that was one of those things this is uncomfortable. I literally had to go up in shirt sizes for college just so I can get something, so I can actually wear a shirt because it had gotten so big. And I went up 2 sizes. My regular shirt size is like an 18. I had to go up to like a 20, 21 just to get, the collar around so I can put my tie on and everything. And so, like I said, it was inconvenient because then I had to go buy more stuff. I was already uncomfortable. I was feeling bad. So, it was just all, a bad thing. So I had to do what I had to do. And now that I'm 2 years in and now finally getting answers and understanding what it is, it make me think back, prior to this 2 years, thinking back, how, my body was telling me, these things and I was pushing it off. And I did. I absolutely did. Like I said, back in 2020, I knew I had a thyroid issue, but I pushed it off because it wasn't bothering me. And I have children now. So I didn't think about it. It didn't dawn on me to say, hey, go to the doctor and get it checked. Keep on it. If I'd have kept on it, things could have been different. I don't know. But it is what it is. I'm here today and I'm just fighting. I'm fighting for it, and I'm going to fight for myself regardless of what people think, what people say, how they feel about it, even how I feel about it. I got to fight for it because I have people that are looking at me and they need me to be here. I need to be present. I truly feel that my purpose here on earth as I'm living and breathing has not been fulfilled totally yet. And until I do so, I am going to be here. God, He's not going to take me until it's time. And until that time comes, I want to do everything that He has planned for me. And I want to be present to do the things that I want to do. And knowing that the things that I want to do is going to benefit others more than it's going to benefit me. And so I'm grateful. I'm grateful for life. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on this platform to share with you my true, my real life, my real stories. I chose this platform and I chose to set it up the way that I've set it up because there are a lot of people out there that are going through things and they're silent about it because they feel like, hey, I don't want to be a burden to someone and let them listen and pour out my issues to them and they not receive it well or not saying anything at all because of what people may say. It could be various reasons and whatnot. So I want to be the one to stand, on the united front by myself if I have to, but I'm going to be loud and proud by saying you're not the only one. And as time goes on and as these episodes progress, you're going to get more of my life. You're going to get more of the things that I go through that everyone else goes through as well too. And you'll soon see I'm not the only one. And I was like you. I hid everything. I didn't want to tell people myself. I didn't want to be vulnerable. Who wants that? But I had to learn that vulnerability is not a negative thing. Vulnerability is not a curse. Vulnerability is freedom. To be free to express how you're feeling, when you're feeling it, and being able to share with someone and actually getting feedback to say, hey, I'm going through the same thing too. How did you get over this? How did you get over that? What helped you? That's what I'm after. That's what I want. It's not for notoriety. I did not build this platform just to get famous. I built this platform to be heard by people who want to hear me. And so that is exactly what you're going to get with the I'm So Authentic podcast. You're going to get real life stories, real life answers, real life, just real truth from me. So none of this stuff is made up. If I'm telling you about this, it happened or is happening in my life. And I'm not afraid to share my life. I'm an open book. I'm not afraid to share what's going on in my life, especially if it can help someone. Whether it be health, whether it be marriage, whether it be Christianity, whether it be fatherhood. Because you're going to get all that and more on this podcast as things go on. So keep locked in, be on the lookout. And I thank you for rocking with me, for locking in with me to hear, this podcast. This one is definitely, real personal to me. And I definitely appreciate the love and the support that I've been getting. And just keep going, keep, thriving, keep being you, keep being authentic. You're going to always hear me say that. Keep being authentic. Keep being the original version of you. No one can duplicate you. Well, they can try. Obviously, they can try. But they'll never come close to the original copy, to the original version. So always remember, be you, be authentic, be yourself. All right? Until next time, I'm signing out with another episode. I will catch y'all on the next one. And like I just said, be authentic. Love y'all.